So some people were wondering how to get started on L3DT. I was just looking in Reddit, and I got some comments about how they played around in it and just didn't. They just got errors and it wasn't working for them. So I'm just putting together a really quick getting started thing so you can get in there and kind of play around with it, get familiar with the tools. So let's get into it. You open it up and you'll just have a thing that says ready like this. You're going to go up to File. You're going to do New Project. And I've messed with these a little bit, but I would just worry about Designable Map to get started. You're going to press Next. This is about your size. If you're wanting to go bigger, obviously you can. But for this, I'm just going to leave it at what it's at. If you want it bigger, you can scale these up. So for starters, let's just leave it like this. Then you press Next. You don't have to worry about those other things right now. Next, and then when you get here, this is where you're going to tweak kind of what you might like. So do you want more land or more sea? It's kind of self-explanatory. Do you want, more steep altitude range or flat? So for example, I'm going to say, okay, I want more, let's say about there, here. Scale the features, we'll do tiny. Noise strength, a little bit lower, a little more fractal. Cliffs and terraces, let's go with quite a few. Erosion, yeah, a little bit stronger. And then lakes, maybe somewhere almost in the middle. Go ahead and pick your climate. You can go through, there's desert, Arctic, artificial, and whatnot. I'm going to leave this as temperate, and then you can adjust more texture-wise and stuff later. You can press Next. If you're doing it specifically for DayZ, you don't necessarily need all these, but you can generate everything you might need. I would just do height filled, don't worry about water map, and then you don't need light map either. Attributes and texture map, and then Next. And then now that you're here, don't really need to use light map. Although you can, but we're not even really generating one. You can leave everything else the way it is. And now it's going to go through and generate each one of those settings that you went and picked. Sorry about my kids in the background. I just want to get this tutorial out for you guys who are wondering. There's some other stuff out there, but it's focused to specific things, and so they just kind of rushed through it. I just wanted to go through with just getting your project started. So yeah, these will all load up. It'll take a second. Now this is kind of a generated starter map. Like you can start one that's completely blank and flat. So right now what you're looking at is the texture map up here. Then there's the attributes. And then height filled. This is the main one you want to worry about right now. So you go to height filled, and now this is that's showing kind of your top-down view of all this. You're gonna right-click, go to Tools. You can also go up here and go to Tools, but I usually just right-click, go Tools, and then height filled editor 3D, and then press OK, and boom, this is what you got. So this generated kind of a very with the sea level, because the amount of water I selected and stuff, this is what we got to get started with. Now if you wanted more straight up land, then you can adjust that, but here with the editor you can actually change all that. You could rise, you can make this tool bigger and rise all this up if you wanted, but this is the main thing that you need to do to get started. Now from this point it's just going through and learning your tools, and I would just go in here and play with them. You've got Perlin noise, if you want to, you can adjust how much it does that, but that makes things a little more rough. You got smooth, and then leveler. You can kind of just see they all have their purposes. Bulldozer, actually go kind of clear that land like an actual man-made trucks and stuff. Avalanche is going to erode things and make them crumble down. Let's go over a couple more. There's Cliffs is going to, so you make those sharper edges and stuff. And all these are adjustable, so you can get it just the way you want. You just got to tweak them. Lower, this one is lower 2, so that you're going to set a point. Like I said, if you wanted to even raise all this up, then you could use the raise 2. And let's say you wanted to raise it to 100. And then you wanted everything like at this level. So I mean, like I said, this just gets your map generated and started. You can completely customize it from there. So that brings up that, and then if you wanted to start doing mountains, you could do the raise brush. You change the size of it and kind of how much the strength is, how much is lifting. So it goes from hills to mountains. You'll kind of see them start to change colors. A little quick way I like to do with the mountains is, or you point and grab. You can, oops, it didn't change it, sorry. You'll notice that always double check what you're on, because sometimes it picks a random tool. But it did it twice to me there. Alright, so point and grab, you can literally just point and grab. So you can do big size, small size, and then just kind of, like usually when I'm doing mountains and things, I kind of will pull up those areas that I want, and I'll come and smooth them out after, but then I can kind of shape like say we're just going to do it almost like a volcano kind of thing here. You can pull all that up and then come back and use those other tools to smooth it out and do what you want. So there's just a very quick tutorial on getting started, and then control save to save your progress as you're going, and then when you press escape, like, you can back out and take a look at the different things. If you actually change textures later, you can generate new things, but this is just for getting started, so you can go play with the tools and get familiar, and as you do that, you'll start to figure things out. So hopefully that's helpful for those of you who wanted that. I wasn't trying to go like too fast or anything, but if you have to, just slow down the speed, or that's what I do on tutorials, or just pause where you need, and hopefully that's helpful. Let me know in the comments. But yeah, I don't necessarily plan on doing a full tutorial of all the map building, but I do want to share the journey, and then I'll gladly share knowledge and tutorials where it's needed, or share links to other ones that helped me. But have a good day. Thank you guys for this overnight support that I've been getting on Reddit and everything that's kind of been coming together. So appreciate it.